Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, man. Alrighty. What's going on, guys? If anyone does decide to join, you can. Like I always say, anyone here is always welcome. But we are hanging out tonight playing some Dynasty Warriors Gundam. One of my favorite Gundam spin-off games / Musou games. In particular, we are playing Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn. Continue from where we left off. Well, continue from where I left off. I didn't stream this game before yet, so. Let's just take a gander here to see if anybody said anything in chat. Nope. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead. Let's... I think we're just gonna go ahead and just keep on pushing.
Garuma Chiru. この侵入角ではジャブローに効果できん。これでホワイト 大気圏突入前に戦いは
Well, they did mess up my progress from last time because the fucking emulator. I played this mission before, but my emulator shut off. Oh wow, the sound. Whoa. Is that? Okay, wait, hold on. I'm not liking the way this is sounding. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, this sounds really bad. Like when I'm playing the game. Okay. That doesn't sound good. Hold on 1 second. This is a little... Okay, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to turn down, or rather mute the audio on this game, because it moves good, the sound is all off, and I don't know if that's because I'm streaming, I probably assume it is because I'm streaming. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, this is not sounding good. Okay, now, wait, what the hell? Why doesn't my computer detect my game? Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have to mute the game audio for now. It's fine. It sucks, but I mean, the game moves well. It's just unfortunately I can't hear anything, which now makes me want to just play music. Which, you know what? Hold on, let's do that. Let's play some music. Play some music probably. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I'll probably put this in the chat, just in case. Um, if you don't hear the game, that's the audio is clipping. I'll have to like figure that out on my own time, unfortunately. So I'll just have to play some music in the background here. Let's hmm. Well, I guess we could just play the Yakuza 4 news Serena music. All right. The audio from the game / emulator is clipping. So I'm muting it for now until I can figure it out. And I'll just pin it there, just in case anybody decides to come in, but I'm not going to stop playing the game. So at least that way, now we got some music to enjoy. Oh, okay. Damn, yo! My man did not have to throw like that. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna make our way to our destination over here. Damn. Whoa, that's a big surge. That was a nice surge of enemies. Sheesh. wow. Okay. Was not expecting you to change perspectives like that. Man, this looks so good. Oh, this looks really fluid, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Sucks that the audio is having an issue. I don't know why the audio was like looking as bad as it was, but I guess I'll figure that out later. But no, this is looking good though. So yeah, I mean, hey man, like I said, if anybody else is here, please feel free to say hi, say what's up. I'll actually pull this up because I don't have chat open, or rather, I can't really see if anybody is joining chat right now. YouTube tells me that there are 2 people watching, I think. So if that is the case, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. Messing around a little bit more with my PlayStation 3 emulator, or at least trying to mess around more with my PS3 emulator, playing some really cool games. Oh shit! Wow. Oh wait, the way we actually destroy these is by just killing the enemies, right? Killing all the Zakus. Did I do it? I think I did it. Oh, sweet. But that was a quick mission. Alright. Yeah, this is looking really good. Visually. Oh shit. Char? Come here, Char. Come here, Char. Let's go. Excuse me. right? So I guess I gotta start making my way towards there. Oh, I spoke too soon. Moved a little bit fast, just a little bit too fast. Oh, thanks, my man. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I don't know if you saw the pinned message there, but I put it up on the top. Unfortunately, I had to mute the game's audio, or rather the emulator, from the game, because the audio was clipping as I was playing the game. Like it's good when the game is paused, but then once I'm playing the game, it sounds a little weird. Why I'm not necessarily sure, but I'll figure that out at some point. But I didn't want to stop playing the game either. But yeah, this is Yakuza 4 music. This is the new Serena, the new Serena theme of Yakuza 4. If you ever played any of the Yakuza games, I don't know if you ever played any of the Yakuza games before. Also, I don't know if you are a subscriber or if you are a new viewer, so please do let me know. It's not a problem either way. We always appreciate a new viewer or a subscriber coming in. Since I usually don't get too many of the subs coming through during the streams. Man, this game is so sick. Oh my gosh. At least we got a new Dynasty Warriors Gundam, man. It sucks that it ended when it did. I know why they had to stop making these games. But now that we have been getting back to getting some actual solid Musou games over these past few years, I made a video about this some time ago last year, just talking about why Musou games are cool and why people should play them. And this was right before. Actually, no, this couldn't have been last year. This might have been I think about a year ago, maybe, because this was right before. I think this was some time before. What's it called? Dynasty Warriors Origin set came out. Pretty much, I was just talking about how oh my god, oh we are blitzing. Oh wow, we are moving. Oh, we're moving. Hold on. Woo! Oh my god, there's chaos on the screen everywhere. Hold on. No, I don't have any enemies to use my shit on. I do. Wait. But yeah, we've been getting some pretty good Musou games as of lately with a good amount of stuff. We've been getting Dynasty. Had a lot of good stuff about Dynasty Warriors Origins. Pirate Warriors, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 has been really solid over these past few years. They've been just delivering with the DLC characters, all the extra content they added and stuff. That's been really cool. What else? There was that Fate Samurai Remnant game that came out about a year and a half ago. Because I keep forgetting it's 2026 now, so we're not exactly 2 years off, but we're only just starting the year now. So yeah, Musou games have been in a pretty good spot as of lately. We haven't. Oh yeah, I almost forgot Hyrule Warriors. Even though I don't have a Switch, I am aware of how dope of a series like the Hyrule Warriors games have been. The Hyrule Warriors games have actually been some of the highest quality Musou games, dare I say, ever. I'm not even a big Zelda guy, and even I can acknowledge it. These Hyrule Warriors games are some pretty high quality Musou games. It sucks because it only gets held back by the fact that it is stuck on the Switch. Just imagine what Hyrule Warriors could look like if it was playing on a true 1080p 60 frame you know, like hard piece of hardware, like, you know, a PC or a PlayStation or something. It'd be so cool. Oh, well, thanks, my man. I'm glad you subbed to the channel. I'm glad you enjoyed the Yakuza martial arts video. That, you know, that excuse me, I can't talk, but I do assume that's like where the majority of like my new viewers came from, was from that video. Which, I mean, not to necessarily be too I shouldn't really be disappointed about that, because I do like the Yakuza series a lot. It's one of my favorite series. I know that it's been kind of in a rough place as of lately for a little bit, but I mean, I still do like this. I still do love the series a lot. And I think I did a pretty solid job on that video when I had worked on it. But I don't know if you've worked on, excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos before, but I do recommend you watching some if you should. If you did enjoy I mean, I do assume you are a fan of Yakuza to some degree, if you did watch or if you came from the martial arts Yakuza video. And I do have a couple of review discussion style videos up on the channel for some games. I did one for Lost Paradise, Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, and I also did one on Ishin Kiwami. So I do recommend you check those out if you want to just hear my opinions a little bit more on a couple more of the Yakuza games. I don't know if I'm going to go back to review any of the other Yakuza games, just because I feel like for the most part, a lot of my opinions on some of those Yakuza games haven't really changed all that much. Like, I feel the same way about a lot of Yakuza games that I have for the longest time now, you know? What do I say? So, like, my favorite stretch of Yakuza is the, you know, like Yakuza 3 to 5, like the OG Yakuza's 3 to 5. That's like my favorite stretch of Yakuza, because I'm a bit of a node head. Even though I haven't played the original PS2 games, mostly because I never had, they didn't have access to them in my game stores when I was like younger. I don't think we ever had the Yakuza games in stores, because obviously, you know, Yakuza 1, I don't think Yakuza 1 sold all that well in the West when it came out all those years ago. And now, you know, when Yakuza 2 came out, I think that was exclusively like Japan only. But it's fun. But I still do have a PlayStation 2 now, so I either play those games through emulation, or I just find some way to buy those games physical, physical copies of those games, which I know is going to be a bit of a challenge because, oh my god, you know, pricing and all that shit can be a bitch. You know, when it comes to like people selling retro games, or just retro anything, not necessarily just games, but you know. But I also have a couple of review style videos for some other games. Pretty much the playlist, the name of the playlist on the channel, I called it SpaceCowboyEXE's games catalog. So that my game catalog. So that's pretty much like where all of my like reviews my review discussion style videos would be in. And I think I have a few. I did one for the Trails in the Sky first chapter remake when that came out, and after I finished playing it, like I said, I did two on I have Ishin Kiwami and on Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise. I have one on Gundam. Funny enough, speaking of Gundam, because I am playing the Gundam game, I have one on Gundam Breaker 4, and I also have one for SD Gundam Battle Alliance, which is that video in particular is also like I guess at this point now, it was like my highest viewed / best performing video for like a while now, until the Yakuza Like a Dragon martial arts stuff from a little bit ago. That I guess now is like my second best like video on the channel, according to like my analytics and stuff. And I got a lot of comments on that video before. Like, a lot of people, you know, even around the time, like, you know, I want to say like 2 years after I uploaded that thing, I kept like getting small little drip feedings of views and like likes and comments, and I guess people really liked my my take on the game. Which, to be fair, I mean, that game is a dope game. It's a really dope game. Oh, we got some stuff. Okay, sweet. I might have to skip. I don't have the audio playing, but is YouTube gonna copyright me for this? I wonder. I don't know. But I guess if I want to speak a little bit more on the thing, I was, you know, looking back on the comments on my video or whatever, and I had some people like asking me to make a follow-up, or they wanted me to make a follow-up for that video. And not saying that I wouldn't want to, I don't know how I go about it, you know? Because, I feel like that's not necessarily an easy thing I could just kind of do. Increased number of team points for pilot. Oh yeah, we definitely need these. Equip those. Don't have another thing. Increase the effect of items. Let you guard against enemy attacks from directions that can't only be guarded. It's expensive, we can't get that one right now. Generates a magnetic field that draws in enemies during melee charge attacks. Probability of when they kill. Increase the amount of money earned. Pretty much like the simple stuff. Yeah, we can get these ones out of the way. I mean, we pretty much are gonna need these, right? You know. Excuse me, I guess. I will check them out for sure. Also play County 3 demo comments from the same for me playing games as well as County 2 at the start. 0, Dawn of the It's amazing. Nice. I'm glad you are enjoying yourself. I will say I'm not gonna outright say I don't like the remakes. Okay, you know what? No, I'm lying to myself. Kiwami 1, like K1, I'm good on. I like K1. I think K1 was a pretty solid like remake for the most part. K2, I'm just not. I can't go back to play K2, and that's mostly because I'm not much of a fan of the Dragon Engine stuff. I much preferred like how the Yakuza games played. I think, in my opinion, and I actually talked about this. I did like a 50-minute like little like talk about just how I'm feeling about you know, RGG and slash like Yakuza and all this stuff as a whole. Because I know you know, it's in a bit of a weird place right now. It's not like I'm not gonna say rocky or anything like that, but you know, there's a lot of like, you know, stuff going on around K3 right now. Some people feel a little weird about like how RGG just has been handling their past, you know, couple of releases. I enjoyed Yakuza 8, you know, Airport Infinite Wealth a lot. But I definitely do have some issues with that game, story-wise anyway. The gameplay, I do think it was improved a good amount from 7. And I still do think they had some things they could have worked over, but overall, I do think they definitely improved it on the gameplay front. The content, I will say though, I'm not gonna lie, some of the side content I could care less for. But the Dundako Island stuff, I really didn't care for. And it's like I haven't played Animal Crossing, because I know that's essentially what that's like based off of. You know, RGG's been doing this stuff for a little while now with like certain pieces of side content, at least as far as the new games are concerned. You know, which I think it started around like K2, and we had like the RTS like side game or whatever. in there. But yeah. The Dondoko Island stuff I really didn't care for. The Sujimon stuff, it's funny at first, but it was like, you know. I enjoyed Dragon Heart a lot more from 7. I forgot what the Viking minigame was. Not the one from 7, but the one from 8. It's essentially like the Crazy Taxi like inspired, you know, ripoff, spin-off. Can't call it a ripoff because it's their stuff, but you know what I mean. Like that was pretty fun. But yeah, most of my issues from Infinite Wealth does come from a writing, pacing, and story angle than the gameplay itself. And then, like I said, K2 I can't go back to because, like I said, I'm not a fan of the Dragon Engine like combat. You know, even after replaying Judgment, you know, a couple months back, it's just like it's definitely improved, but there's something about like the Dragon Engine combat that always feels a bit like, I don't want to say clunky because I don't think it should feel clunky, but like I don't know what it is. Like maybe just like the overall feel of the Dragon Engine like combat or the structure of the games within the Dragon Engine. I don't know. What else? Oh yeah, and then K3. I haven't played the K3 demo yet. I don't know. I'm not buying K3 immediately on release. Mostly because in this situation, not because of the controversies, as you know, some people might think. More so, like I got other games to focus on because I didn't buy Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii when that came out on release either. Because around that time, I wanted to take a break from Yakuza because I was already spending so much time replaying and going back to some of those games. Not only that, but what's it called? Monster Hunter had came out around that time, and I wanted to try out, Monster Hunter Wilds, and I actually wanted to try out Monster Hunter Wilds when that came out. So I bought that and played that, and I enjoyed that a lot. Still playing it actually from time to time. But yeah, this go around, I'm also skipping out on K3. Especially because, again, I'm a little weird. Like I said, I just told you my favorite stretch of Yakuza is Yakuza 3 to 5. Yakuza's 3, 4, and 5. I love those games. And I'm not gonna lie to myself. Some of those changes for the K3, I'm not really jiving with all too much. RGG's also been pretty weird about like certain plot points, and there's already like a pretty major leak that I unfortunately kind of found out about, not too long ago. So, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. RGG's in a weird spot. Like, I'm not gonna be the guy that says like, screw RGG, Yakuza's dead, because I don't necessarily think that's true. But I do think to some degree that they need to like reevaluate themselves and maybe like take a step back and like maybe like just see what they want to really like focus on and whatnot. And especially because like we still have Stranger Than Heaven, and like that's been like my most anticipated game from RGG for a little bit, because we don't know, like for me, I've been wanting to take a break from like, or at least rather I wanted RGG themselves to take a break from like pumping out Yakuza stuff. And obviously I'm not telling them to stop making games, but like I wanted them to take a break on Yakuza by itself. So what's it called? I was really excited for Stranger Than Heaven, and I still am. It's just like we don't know what the hell is going on with that game at all, dude. Like we don't know what's going on with Stranger Than Heaven. There has been no news since like that initial trailer at all. Like not even you'd think at the RGG cast from last year that would have been like the prime time opportunity, but they just kind of showed us the same trailer that they had released at the Summer's Game Fest last year. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, like, so And then, we got Nagoshi on his side with his own studio, essentially making his own, like, Yakuza again, with the whole Gang of Dragon stuff. And, that's a whole other thing by itself, so. I don't want to go too crazy deep into like this whole like topic, like I said, because mostly because I already kind of had this discussion in some videos before. Like especially that 50-minute like discussion thing I was talking about. I had some other points I might not have brought up. You might have even heard similar opinions from like other people in the Yakuza community and whatnot. So I don't want to like rehash other stuff you might have heard already. But that that's just me, like my 2 cents and whatnot. But I still do. And it's like again, and I will say this too. I don't want RGG to fail. I don't want this company to fail. I don't want, just like how I wouldn't want any game company to fail. I'm a person that loves video games through and through, no matter what. A win for video games is a win for all of us that, for those of us that love video games. So, it just, I never want to see a studio fail at all, But that being said, though, like I said, I'm still waiting on Gang of Dragon, or not. Well, I'm definitely waiting on Gang of Dragon, but I'm still holding out for what's it called? For Stranger Than Heaven. Definitely holding out for that game still. No, I couldn't get the thing off in time. Oh, that's unfortunate. We're trying, my man. We are trying. Like I said, all I can do is, just keep making my videos, and if the people enjoy them, and they like what I do, then that's up to them to like subscribe and check out the other videos and like the videos and share the videos, But I also never like to force people either. I don't just blindly tell people to like watch my stuff and all that. I'm always like, if you like what I do, if you're interested, check out my stuff, and then like hit the sub button, like, and all that stuff. Share the videos. Definitely share the videos to like any outlets you can, whether you have like any other social media, if you have any friends that likes the same stuff that you do, and you think they would be interested in what I talk about, definitely check it out. But stuff like that, Because, like, I'm not necessarily doing this for money or anything like that, like, I'm just doing it to do it. I really, because I have a lot of, background and a lot of performance art stuff, like music and dancing, like editing, TV show stuff, film department, like, a whole bunch of stuff, film classes and whatnot. I have a lot of, background with this type of stuff. And I actually made, this isn't even my first time, like, making YouTube videos. I made YouTube videos like over 10 years ago, like back when I was in high school, back when like this, like the name of this YouTube account was like a way different name. I actually have that. I still have my OG, like my old OG YouTube intro that I made. Maybe I'll like share that at some point with the on this channel. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that could be like some fun like little prize like thing or whatever. I don't know. Say prize like that thing, but I don't know. But yeah, I used to make YouTube videos like 10 years ago, because like I said, I've been doing stuff with like recording and editing and like cameras since I was like young, like messing around with camcorders and stuff back in the day. But yeah, pretty much like at this point now, about 3 years ago, is when I decided to like maybe start messing around with doing content on YouTube again. Or just just doing editing, and not necessarily just content for YouTube, but more so just editing videos and uploading like videos and just experimenting to kind of like because at the time I really wasn't doing anything with myself. I was kind of just stuck doing one thing, and I'm trying to get back to doing more of the stuff I used to do. And this is one of them. And I've been having a lot of fun over these past 3 years, just messing around with YouTube video on YouTube, and just trying to be a little more, just trying to be creative and just seeing what my creative mind can, you know, what sort of whack job ideas I can come up with. um, you know, what else? You know, um, so the core stuff on this channel is still the same as far as what I've been doing. So if you, like I said, because if I know you said you'll check out the other videos, and I definitely, like I said, no rush at all. You watch this stuff on your own time, of course. But like the majority, like the 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 main thing that I do on this channel, being like the Mega Man Battle Network stuff, I know is already not going to garner as much attention because Mega Man is already kind of like a pretty niche, you know, um pocket of video games. I call it niche because it's a Mega Man. Like Mega Man is important, but it's still like as a whole, it's not like the biggest gaming fandom, especially over the years. With how Mega Man's been going about, um, and especially specifically with what I'm covering with Battle Network, with Mega Man Battle Network. That's even more like fucking niche when we're talking about like video game stuff. So I I know that stuff's not going to garner like too much attention and whatnot, but I still like it and I still do it because again, like it'd be one thing if I was like planning to like if my intent was like to do this YouTube stuff for just like I want to be a content creator to make money. That's not really what I'm worried about. So a lot of the Mega Man Battle Network stuff I do with like the PvP videos, which Battle Network PvP is really fun when you have somebody to play it with. Um, so that's been really cool. And also my BBS chats series that I've been doing as well. Which, to be fair, I kind of feel bad because I swear to God, every time I'm like, oh man, I gotta get back to doing the BBS chats like stuff for for the YouTube. It's kind of hard because it's hard to dig up stuff for topics on Battle Network as far as like info and facts and information, just because it's so hard to find, but I still usually try my best to like, try to see if I can like do something with it because with the BBS chat stuff, that's essentially like my all round like Mega Man Battle Network discussion stuff on like lore, just like fun lore stuff and kind of like having fun discussions on like the stories of Battle Network or certain characters or plot points or even like, maybe even like fun hypotheticals and whatnot. And right now, I only have a few videos. Well, not a few, I think I have about like eight. I think it's either seven or eight like discussions. So I got to get back on doing that. Um, but it does help though because I still do have like Star Force, which Star Force is an extension of Battle Network as well. So that only gives me more stuff to work with. And with the Mega Man Star Force collection coming out in March, very soon, actually, because we're like a few days off from February, so we're not even that far off from getting the Star Force collection. So that'll be really good. That'll be really cool to get your play because I'm definitely going to be streaming that as well. I'm going to be streaming all those games um when that comes out. But yeah, like the Mega Man Battle Network stuff has kind of been like my main central pool on this channel, at least as far as like what I've made. And then I guess technically Yu-Gi-Oh was the second thing. I kind of stopped doing the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about doing a little bit more Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe I'll try to do a little more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff again. Um, let's see. Oh no, I don't want to sell this. I want to no. That's nice. Oh sweet. Two parts. Um, yeah, maybe I'll try doing Yu-Gi-Oh stuff again. It just depends because I'll try to maybe focus a little bit more on like Yu-Gi-Oh games because Yu-Gi-Oh stuff didn't really get all that much views because I mean, I'm not like a Yu-Gi-Oh centric channel. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Like I did unlist or rather, I made a couple of old like Yu-Gi-Oh videos that I did public again. So maybe I'll decide to do that. I don't know. The Yakuza stuff was something else I also did. Like, I decided to do some Yakuza videos only because I did do, a couple like Yakuza, game reviews. So I thought, okay, maybe let's try doing like a couple of Yakuza centric, kind of like videos, discussions, fun little stuff. I don't know. Um, but it's kind of hard too because I don't necessarily, it's hard because I don't want to talk about stuff that other people have made. I want to talk about maybe certain topics or stuff that I could make interesting or whatnot. I don't know. I've done a lot of tier lists. I've done a lot of tier lists. Between like the Yu-Gi-Oh, I did Yu-Gi-Oh tier list, did Mega Man Battle Network tier list. Um, the last video I just uploaded a few days ago was the Dragon Quest Heroes tier list, where I pretty much talked about like all the designs of the heroes of Dragon Quest. And I did. But yeah, like the whole, I guess, like main sort of pull to this channel was essentially me talking about like GRPG slash action game stuff, if that makes sense. Because most of the majority of the things that I do have on this channel, as far as like the games or slash series that I've talked about, are mostly like either RPG related or action game related. Because those are like two of my favorite genres that I play. Um, you know, so I I don't have anything pre-recorded right now, unfortunately, because I pretty much had like those four videos, the last four videos that I've uploaded over like the last 2 weeks, not including this week. Um, I did do those. I had those pre-recorded, and I'm ready to go. Um, but yeah, I'm also trying to maintain a schedule as well as far as like, I'm not gonna kill myself trying to like make sure I get something out, every day. Not even every day, especially not every day. I try the daily shit. That does not work at all. Um, but I'm shooting for weekly slash bi-weekly. So sometimes I'll make sure I have a video out every other week. Not every other week, every other day. If I have anything recorded, depending on what I do have recorded, and as long as I'm not being lazy about it either, because sometimes I will get a little lazy. But if I have a few videos ready to go, I'll have those uploaded like you know I'll spread them out every so couple days. You know, and if that's not the case, then at least like if there's not a video, so like say if there wasn't a video this week, then the next week is when I try to like get something out. So long as I actually take some time out to actually focus and put something out. Nice, nice, nice. Always nice to see someone who enjoys Mega Man as well. Because I'm a big Capcom fanboy. Capcom's my favorite company. Um, they pretty much have like 99% of my favorite franchises and games and stuff. Oh, we got an A rank schematic. Oh, that's nice. Oh, we're definitely gonna equip that on. Um, but yeah, and I'm eating good as a Capcom fan this year, dude, because like I said, I got Star Force Collection in March. I got Pragmata in April. I got Onimusha sometime this year when we get the official release date. So we still don't have it, but we do know it's supposed to come out this year still. Um, and yeah, like if you are interested in Battle Network, you can definitely check. Like I said, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you like any of my videos, check out the stuff. But the BBS chat stuff is big. You don't have to be a Battle Network fan to watch those videos. Obviously, I try to it's cool because obviously it's great for the people that are into Battle Network to watch those because it's a lot of information slash like lore bits that they know about, that we know about. Um, but it's also really dope for it's also really dope for people that don't know anything about Battle Network because I always try to talk about talk about the topic slash information in the videos that I'm talking about in a way where at least right off the bat I always gives like tidbit information parts and whatnot to explain so that if for people that aren't familiar with Battle Network, they can still they can get like an idea of what I'm talking about and get like some introductory lore into what I'm explaining and stuff. Let's see. You've got an upgrade plane of rank C or better. Up to D rank plans have fixed bonuses for each part, and you can only upgrade these bonuses. Rank C or better plans may add different bonuses or multiple bonuses each part. When combining, if one or more of the parts in the base upgrade plan is empty, the corresponding part of the upgrade plan being used as material will be transferred over. I'm aware of this. Oh yeah, let's put this bad boy on. Let's equip, and let's see. We can come. Actually, let's see. Do we have a? We can combine this with this, right? Oh, wait. I forgot I could upgrade this as well. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, the special equipment. Finally. Okay, yeah. Let's upgrade. Let's see. Can I upgrade the beam saber? Can I upgrade the beam saber? I did upgrade the beam saber. I can upgrade. Might actually be able to upgrade all four of these. Like the base ones for now. Yeah, that works. And then I guess we can combine this with that. And what's this? Melee. Combine that with that. Nice. Now we got a full. Wait, what? Oh no! I didn't mean to do that. No, my A parts. Fuck, man! I didn't mean to do that. That was supposed to be the other way around. Wow, oh, that's unfortunate. Well, that fucking sucks. Oh well. Okay. Let's see. We can exchange these for limit break parts, but we don't really have many. Let's see. Go back to skills. I do have 400 team points, so we can pick up. We could either pick up another skill or upgrade one. Raises your attack and defense corresponding to how many enemies you destroy. Let's do that and equip it. And I don't think I could. Yeah, okay. I don't think I can select partners for the story mode battle, so probably not. Oh yeah, let's go to training. You got a decent amount of money here. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we can do this intermediate course for team points, and then pilot points. No, let's do the 10K on the team points. Although it's not really worth it, huh? Because I'm not really getting a lot of these team points back from that, huh? Oh no. Oh no, it's fine. Let's continue. But yeah, man, I got a lot of games to look forward to this year. Like I said, just from the three that I listed alone. I mean, oh yeah, and then next month. I mean, February is already jam packed. Like I said, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is coming out in like 2 weeks. So, oh my god, that's fucking crazy. And I still got to play 1 and 2 HD remakes as well. Um, but yeah, I got to play Dragon Quest VII Reimagined and Romeo. Oh yeah, Romeo is a Dead Man is coming out. RE9, Resident Evil 9, which I can't fucking wait for that. Oh my god. I don't have enough time, dude. Oh my god, I don't have enough time. It sucks. It sucks. So I'm trying to see what I'm going to do because Resident Evil 9 doesn't come out until the end of the month, about like around the end of the month. Same thing for Romeo's a Dead Man. And then Dragon Quest VII Reimagined comes out like a couple weeks before those. Like I said, I think it comes out like early in February. I think the 8th. It was like the 8th or 6th or something like that. So we are coming up close on on that. And then like I said, the Star Force Collection, Pragmata, Onimusha, hopefully this year. Phantom Blade Zero is another one of my most anticipated games. That's oh my god, I that's gonna be an awesome game. I can't wait to play that later this year. It comes out actually like what I think it might fall like the week after my birthday or the week during the week of my birthday or something. So that's like a nice little Christmas present for me. Not Christmas. The fuck, I don't celebrate Christmas, but that'll be like a nice a bit of like birthday present for me to have later in the year. When that comes out later. And then I mean, dude, like the year is only beginning. There's plenty of like dope releases that we could have that we don't even know about. Plenty of new games that are coming out that we might not know about. And that also includes indie games as well. I'm trying to do a better job of keeping up with the indies. You know, and I got a couple of indie games that I'm actually playing through currently as well that I also want to do like some shorter reviews on. Like we got some pretty dope stuff. Like I said, man, there's always some cool ass game to play. There's always some dope game to play. Never let anyone. I swear to God, this might as well have been like my quote, like my quote of 2025. Don't let anyone tell you that there are bad games, or that I mean, not bad games. Don't let anyone tell you that there are no games to play. There's always something to play. Like these past 3 years alone are like a testament to like all the fucking dope ass, like brand new games that we've been getting from like all these companies and all these like new ideas. It's been some really dope stuff that we've been seeing on both ends, from the big boys to the to the smaller developers. Why do the rocket launcher one? I'm always trying to figure that one out. Yeah, man, I've been really excited for RE9, man. Like I said, I'm ready to, I've been ready to get back to like present time like Resident Evil, like in terms of like the world, or rather I've been ready to get back into like the bigger world of Resident Evil. And again, like not it's not even just because of Leon that I'm excited. Like I said, I'm like even with like Grace being related to her mom from from the protagonist from Outbreak. That's like really cool. Like getting a protagonist that's related to an older protagonist from an older game again. We haven't had that since RE6, and it's going to be really interesting to see, especially now. And we're going back to Raccoon City. It's going to be really wild to see like what's the current like world of Resident Evil look like? Because the only like major stuff I think we found out about between 7 and 8 is that um, Mother Miranda either is the one that I forget how it went. She's either the one that she worked with Barry Birkin or Spencer. It was one of those characters. It was either one of them. She either worked with them or she was like she's the one that taught them like the stuff, you know. And then what else? Oh, the BSAA is corrupt. Um and Chris left the BSAA and made his own faction called Blue Umbrella. So that's like all of the, and that's not even like major, story revelations or anything like that. That was just like side information. And I feel like that's supposed to be pretty big, because look, no matter how you feel about like where Resident Evil like has uh has come as a franchise with like all the crazy lore and all this stuff and all the different characters, you got to just accept the fact that I mean Resident Evil is a long running series and this like all the stuff that's there is there, like it's cool stuff. And they have cool characters and they should use all that stuff. So like I said, it's gonna be really cool to see like what's going on, you know. I lost my train of thought. Da, 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 da. But yeah, oh yeah. What else? I was saying Resident Evil, I'm really excited. Can't wait to see what the story has to be. Um, oh yeah, Mercenaries. I hope we get Mercenaries. I hope it's really good. Because I know Leon's going to be in the game. We don't even know if any other like big characters can show up. I know a lot of people are asking for like Claire. A lot of people are also asking for Ada because usually, I mean, whenever Leon, to be fair, whenever Leon shows up in a Resident Evil game, Ada Wong is pretty much like right behind. So we could get a chance to see Ada again, like present timeline Ada Wong, which again we haven't seen since Resident Evil 6. So that's another like big thing that we could see, and that I wouldn't be surprised if we got, of course. Um, and then you also said, are you the demo for Neo 3? Dude, man, I tells you, I it sucks because I love Team Ninja. They gave me Ninja Guide. They gave us like the revamped Ninja guidance. I think Team Ninja's always been a dope studio. Um, rest in peace Itagaki, the GOAT. Gave us Ninja Gaiden 2, and the Dead or Alive series, which is not one of my favorite fighting game series, but I still do like the Dead or Alive like games. Um, but yeah, dude, it sucks. Like Neo is one of those things that I always thought looked cool, but I could never get into it because I'm just not a fan of Souls games. I can't do it. I tried like some OG Souls games back in the day, like with Dark Souls 1 and Neo 2 originally, and then in Dark Souls 3. I couldn't get into it. Like the overall like the Souls formula and the structure, the core gameplay structure of the Souls games, or like the Souls like stuff and everything. I'm not a fan. I can't get down with it. I never said they were bad, because some people in the past have said like, oh, you think the games are bad? I'm like, dude, these games are fucking awesome. I low key hate that I can't like play these games, but there's just like some stuff, some games are just not meant for certain people, and for me that's the Souls genre. I'm just like I'd rather play like a more straightforward like character action game, not straightforward, but I'd rather play something like a character action game or a bit more, something that's a bit more free or whatnot. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be cool to see how the O3 sizes up in comparison to 2, because I don't remember how well received Neo 2 was. No, funnily enough, now that I mention it, because we did get another like Souls game that just came out last month with what's it called, with Code Vein 2, Code Vein 2, Code Vein 2. There we go. Yeah, Code Vein 2. and we don't know what the reviews are looking like for Code Vein 2. So I don't know. I'll see what the sentiment is looking like for Code Vein 2. Because I feel like, as far as like I guess Neo fans, like the Souls community as a whole, I feel like Neo this is like something they've been waiting on for like a while now with Neo 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Which again, that's another game that's coming out next month. Dude, I'm telling you, man, if it's one thing I hate about these big companies, is I hate that they sandwich all these big releases next to each other, because it's just like there's if you know you already have at least like two or three like games that you want to play, but you can't necessarily, not to say that you should rush through your games just to play to the next game, but it sucks for me, especially as a content, as somebody who is making videos on like some of this stuff too, and maybe even wants to like make a video on some of these games if I ever get around to it. It's like, well, fuck, man. Like, what do I do? Because I like, again, I have three games that I know that I want to play, that I know that I want to buy. But then it's like I have to look at it like this: if I get Dragon Quest Seven, I might as well not play any of the other stuff, because that's going to take me a little bit more time just off the fact that it's an RPG. To whereas though, not saying that RE9 is not going to take me time, but I don't think it's going to take me as much time to go through RE9 as it would be to play, like, at the bare minimum, a 30-hour RPG, 30 to 40 hour RPG, if I'm not doing everything, which, me being the way how I play my games, I'm going to do damn near everything, like outside of post game, if I can afford to. And then that's not, like I said, if I do want to make a video on it, then it's like, oh my god, I gotta hurry up. I gotta like type out a script. I gotta think about what I'm gonna do, and all that stuff, you know. So I just, god damn it, like it's not gonna change. I fucking wish we just stopped sandwiching our releases. And plus, I do understand this year was already a little bit of a head scratcher because of the whole, like, GTA 6 of it all, and some studios like trying to figure out, like, okay, what window was GTA 6 going to release at, so they can like figure out, okay, they're going to put their games at this specific point, so that way, I guess, because GTA 6 is going to be such a big thing already. Obviously, I'm not really worried about GTA 6 at all. But I do know that GTA 6 is going to be like a COD situation, where it's like that game is going to be carried by the people, by the the casual audience that plays those games, and that's like the large majority of people, that play those games. And I'm not to say that as a bad thing or whatnot. Um, but also, I also wanted to say, yeah, Romeo as a Dead Man looks sick. Uh, awesome that we're getting more character action games. Between all this stuff coming out with Onimusha, Phantom Blade Zero, Stellar Blade came out. We got Tides of Annihilation coming out at some point. Like we've been kind of getting back to the character action stuff, and even with like some smaller indie games, we've been getting like some dope action games. So I am definitely interested in Romeo's a Dead Man. Like I said, whether I pick it up immediately, out, which maybe, again, I don't imagine that game being like too long to complete either. If it's going to be like, your standard like character action game, your Devil May Cry, your Bayonetta, your Ninja Gaiden, all those, the initial playthrough is not going to take long. And like, if I want to replay the game, like story, and do like all the challenges and get all the upgrades and all kind of stuff, that stuff I can usually do on my own time, and whatnot. So I'll figure out what the hell I'm going to do as far as like, this coming month in the next couple of days. Like we got a lot of good stuff coming out, and I actually still got to go ahead and finish some of these other like smaller games that I'm playing. So then that way I have room to play some of this other stuff, because that's another issue that I've been going into too, is like trying to play some of these games that I buy, but then I also don't complete them initially, because I'm flip flopping between like other games that I shouldn't be like. I'm like, dude, if you're gonna start a game, you got to finish it. So Yeah, that's my whole like spiel. Oh my god, the backlog is always growing, man. I tells you, right? It's always growing. It's funny because I think my friend made a jab at me the other day when I was talking to him. I think he was talking to me about Baldur's Gate 3, and he's like, I think somebody said something like, "Oh man, why don't you play Baldur's Gate 3 with us, man?" And I think my one friend said he's going to say the same thing he always says, and it's like his backlog, and it's like, my man, like of course. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? I play so many games already. I already like again between all the games that I'm playing, between me making videos on said games and even other stuff. Like, bro, I have to make the time for the stuff that I know that I want to play. And it's like I wouldn't necessarily say that I wouldn't want to play Baldur's Gate 3, but I got other shit on my list. I have other games that I still haven't gotten to play from last year that are on like my priority list. You know? So it's like between that, I got a few games from last year that are still like on my priority list. On top of like the infinite amount of like the bajillion 12 like dozen games that are coming out in these like within just these few months alone. Like I got there's too much. There's way too much on the plate, dude. I'm sorry. You know. And yeah. So yeah, Ada is there. Ada is always there. Ada is always there. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. So like I said, it'll be cool to see. And if Ada does come back, it'd be nice to see her in a capacity that isn't just it'd be nice to see her in a capacity that isn't just, like, oh, is she double crossing Leon? Is it like are we gonna like it doesn't have to be like the usual, like formula between her between her and Leon. It'd be nice to see like Ada maybe in like a different role within the game, like depending on like what she's doing. Like, is she just going to be a straight up ally for Leon? Which again, most of the time it is like like Leon, Leon and Ada have that like Mister and Mrs. Smith kind of like relationship. Like, oh, we're both like spies, but we both work for like different organizations or different people, but we always like have our we always look out for each other, stuff like like that, so. Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. Like I said, this year's gonna be a good year for me, though, man. I really do. Like, it's just, I think it's gonna be a good year for me in general with the channel. If that Yakuza video did anything for me, it's definitely helped with reaching out for a bigger audience a little bit more. Um, so I think it's gonna be a pretty solid year to gain some more new viewers. I might be able to reach that 1,000 goal, 1,000 subscriber goal a bit faster than I maybe initially would think. So like I said, so long as people are like, watching the videos and people are interested in the things that I do and whatnot, and you know, that helps with that. That'd be really cool. That'd be because it's like again, it's such a small thing in the grand scheme of things. It really doesn't matter. I'm sitting here like making videos for fun and just messing around, but it was still cool to like set a goal for myself and reach that goal with that Yakuza video and surpassing that 500 goal. And I'm almost at 600 now. So like I said, I don't know how long it's going to take, but hopefully it doesn't take as long as it did before. Um, because that Yakuza video, I tells you, it's really crazy. I think about like what would have happened if I didn't put that Yakuza video out. Because I was like getting small bits of viewers, every so little often, and maybe I had like one video that would bring in like a little bit of people and whatnot. And then that Yakuza video came, I put out the Yakuza video and I'm like, okay, I don't really think this video is gonna like do all that well. It's probably just gonna be like my other, Yakuza stuff I did. And like the first day, after like the first day or two, I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like the views were skyrocketing, the subscribers were coming in. I'm like within I think like not even after a full day, I got like 100 subs. I went from like 330 to like 420 or something like that. and then like give it a few days, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? I went past my 500 goal. I'm like, that's or I got to 500. I'm like, yo, that's insane. It's crazy. So that was really awesome. Really awesome for me. And, even a little bit after that, that video still like got new people in. But then I also did the trails. I did the trails in the sky video, and that also helped with me getting videos as well. Not videos, excuse me. That also helped with me getting a couple of new subscribers as well. That video actually did pretty well for what it did. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about making more videos and like and stuff because I have a lot of really cool ideas and stuff for um for YouTube that I still want to do. I guess games. I got plenty of games to play, and even with like TV shows and movies, I'm trying to get back to watching like more TV shows and movies. Um, you know, this year with anime specifically, I got a lot of a lot of stuff to watch. It's actually crazy. With the with the anime side, I got a lot of crazy stuff coming out this year. Let's see. We're gonna definitely upgrade the team points because that's important. And I also want to upgrade. Actually, no, we need to get. Oh, we can get this item, this skill. I mean, this could be useful. Equip this. That's how many skills do I have equipped? One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, that is 6 slots taken up. Man, I'm gonna. I mean, dude, I got a lot of stuff, man. Like like I got the last core of Bleach. This year I got Dragon Ball Super is coming back. Um, Part Seven's the anime for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part Seven is coming out very soon. Really excited for that, man. Like a lot of these are my favorite series, like ever. Like I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love Bleach. Those are like some of my absolute favorite stuff. Same thing with Dragon Ball. Um, Fist of the North Star. We're getting a brand new Fist of the North Star anime for its 40th anniversary, which I'm super stoked, man. It's been a long time since we had a new Fist of the North Star anime. Or just Fist. Well, technically, I should count Fist of the Blue Sky because Fist of the Blue Sky does count. But I got those. What else? There is an old manga that I read. There's an old. It's a short series. It's a manga that I read from Weekly Shonen Jump years ago called Siren. And I was surprised to find out that that was also getting an anime adaptation this year as well, which is crazy to me. So I can't wait to see how that turns out. So that's another thing I'm looking forward to. Um, I've been watching. I checked out Dandadan season one when it came out, and I have quickly been falling in love with that series a lot. Of course, I'm reading it because I do read manga as well. But I say all that to say it sucks that I have to wait till next year for the next season done because I really want to see that arc animated. This new arc that's coming up, or not new arc because it's old now. It's really obviously it's like a couple years old. But I really do want to see like this arc that's coming up now in the anime. Like I want to see how they animate those fights because those are some of the biggest like fights we had up to that point in the series. Um, what else? What else is coming out this year? I mean, there's so much stuff. Shit, Naruto, those like 20th anniversary like animes, like specials or whatever. Those are from what I heard, that's also coming out this year. So we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming out this year. And then as far as like other like just general TV shows, I've been watching Abbott Elementary. I watched the first season, I'm going through the second season. That's been pretty fun. It's pretty funny show. I do enjoy it because I like comedy. I'm a big comedy guy. Um, a new season of Scrubs. Speaking of next month, a new season of, or not even a new season, but just like we're getting we're getting a continuation of Scrubs. If you ever heard of Scrubs, that's an old show. It's one of my favorite shows. I'm very scared about them bringing it back though, because Scrubs had a very particular style of comedy that fits for the time period that it came out in, and I don't know how well they're going to be able to pull it off now. But I'm not. But I'm like I said, I'm slightly skeptical, but at the same time, I'm like I'm gonna watch it because I'm definitely gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. Um, what else? Abbott Elementary, Scrubs. I feel like there's a couple other shows I might be forgetting about, like new shows. Not sure. Movies, I'm gonna have to look into. I gotta see what's coming out this year because I didn't get a chance to watch too many new movies from last year either. There's some movies that I missed out on, but thankfully for me, uh, thankfully enough for me, I have Hulu and I got the Stars thing or whatever, so I can just go watch some of those movies that came out. And I got oh yeah, man, I got new music coming out too from like some of my favorite artists, man. Like this for me. Again, like I said, it's gonna be like games, movies, shows, music, doing the YouTube stuff, going to some more, going to a couple more conventions, this year, seeing what if I can meet, more people, whether it's the professional field or just people in general, whatnot. See if I can grab some cool stuff. Should probably skip this. I don't need to play this if I don't have any audio playing it, right? How long have I been streaming for, to be honest, actually? It's only been an hour and a half about. Feels like it's been longer. I feel like I've been streaming for like 2 hours. You see, you got an anime, Adult Swim, Tsunami. Yeah, same here, man. Same here. Sounds like we're around the same age, or around the same age range. Huge comeback. Oh my, forever top three: Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Outlaw Star. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the. Hey, man. Yeah, you can't go wrong with those. You definitely can't go wrong with those. Although it's funny because I also had somebody ask me, or I had some people assume. Well, I feel like most people assume they see my name and they automatically think it's a Cowboy Bebop reference because see you later, Space Cowboy. That's not the reference. Um, and I know most people wouldn't get it. My name, or at least the Space Cowboy part, is actually a reference to a song from my favorite band ever, my absolute favorite group ever, Jamiroquai. Which, if you're not familiar with Jamiroquai, then you might have heard of like Virtual Insanity. Because that's the one song of theirs that constantly like pops up on social media. But yeah, the Space Cowboy part, my name comes from that, like that. The Jamiroquai. It's a Jamiroquai like reference. Even like my outfit, which again you probably wouldn't be able to like the outfit of my PFP, you wouldn't be able to tell if you're not like a Jamiroquai head, or even then you probably wouldn't be able to get it unless I straight up like told you or whatever, like what it was. But what else? Obviously the EXE part comes from MegaMan Battle Network because MegaMan.EXE. But yeah, the Space Cowboy by my name. That's a music reference. That's not like a Cowboy Bebop reference. So I don't know if you knew that. I mean, well, you probably didn't. That's why I said it because again, a lot of people since you mentioned Cowboy Bebop, I just had to put that out. And no, Serenade, I know it's you, man. You've popped up on some of the streams before. I know it's you. How you doing, man? Hope hope you're doing well tonight. This lovely random Thursday night. Just been sitting here chilling, playing some Dynasty Warriors Gundam on the PS3 emulator and chatting it up with one of the subs of the channel. Having a nice chill time, having a nice cool discussion. Although um, I'm not going to end the stream right now. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that right now. But just give me like a couple of minutes. I'm just going to take a quick second to stretch, take a breather, and get a sip of water. So give me just a quick minute, and I will be right back. Wrong thing. There we go. Okay, we're back now. We are back, and we need some new music. Actually, I just realized I've been sitting here the whole time without actually playing the new music. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's play. Let's go play. We can play the Funk Goes On. Yeah, let's play the regular version of Funk Goes On. Although there's not a regular extended version of this, unfortunately. They have the extended version of the Kiwami one, but not the OG Yakuza one, which kind of sucks. But yo, Serenade, if you are still in here, tell me, do you have any suggestions for any like interesting topics you would like to see me cover for the BBS chats series? Because I still got a couple. I still got a couple of ideas. It's just that now, because it's hard. I was just talking about it. It's hard to do some of these things because some of the topics borderline on border on the hypothetical area. But like I said, I have two like pretty interesting topics I'm already um set on doing. So, like I said, if you're still here, there you go. I can't think of anything right off. I'll let you know if I can find anything. That's fair. That's fine. Like I said, like I said, I'm always open to suggestions for like ideas. Um, like I said, even though I already have like a couple of ideas, like that I'm dead set on doing. Like I said, it's so hard doing the BBS chat stuff, even with the basic stuff, because it's like, what am I going to talk about, and how much information can I find on it to make like a full video on it? Like like I'd love to bring up more stuff about the from the manga. It's just like there's not a lot of info I can find on the internet. The wiki's like the best place I got outside of like a few things because it's stuff that I'm aware about or aware of, but not a lot of people are really dead set on putting that info out there for others to find. Unfortunately. Oh, we love this. I love this music. Hold on. I'm sorry. Look, I don't want to sound like the guy that's just like, oh, Punk only likes the old shit. I'm like, man, there are some versions of that the Kiwamis have done very well. At least when it comes to the original version of Funk Goes On and the Kiwami, yeah, nah, I'm sorry. This hits so much harder for me. Especially because of the type of music I like. I love like funk music. Like it's one of like house and funk. That's one of my favorite genres, like of music. Then the Kiwami like remakes kind of hit more on like the techno EDM, like side of music. 'Cause I can listen to some EDM, you know, from time to time, but like it's not. I don't know. That just depends. God, man. I wish RGG would remaster the old games. I'm not talking about like again, it's kind of hard to say, oh, can we remaster these games in today's economy? Like, probably not, because you know, like, I don't know how the hell you'd remaster PS2 era games, like on the PS5, like on current gen. I mean, even around like the PS4, like when that was like, you know, the when that was the gen. So okay, how are we gonna like? How are we gonna do this? You know? But I love. I just, man, the old Yakuza games are something else. But I mean, I will say, just from these, I don't know, I think I'll go for about another 30 to 40 minutes. Maybe not 40 minutes. Maybe I'll go for like 40 minutes. Not 40. I said 40. I meant to say 30. Just get like a nice even 2 hours in there. And then I'll probably, maybe I'll stream again. Maybe I'll stream again tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe I'll stream, like, I'll either do this, I'll stream more of this, playing through this game, or I could stream through one of the Steam games that I've been playing, because I have been playing Battlesuit Aces, and I've also been playing through Berserk Boy, and those have been really fun. I've also been playing through Slave Zero X, and while I do like that game, I do think it's cool, I'm starting to have some issues, like the more I play, just in the sense of like, man, I don't even know if I feel like playing this game right now, you know? Well, damn, what the fuck? Well, I don't know. I'll think about it. Like, if I do stream for, on the emulator again, I could maybe I'll stream because you know, speaking of this is North Star, I have Ken's Rage 2 on here as well. So that's like the other like Musou games that I have installed on here. So maybe I'll stream. Maybe I'll play some of that tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. I'll think about it. Like, if I do decide to stream tomorrow, you know, because I do have to work, but I don't get off, like, I don't work super late. So I guess it all just depends on, you know, if I'm feeling up to it. I'll probably let y'all know in the community post. Also, there's a really loud ass truck outside my window. Hard for you to make streams living overseas. I mean, hey man, it's always it just you know, I mean, it just depends on what you do, you know. I'm not, you know, like time and place, but you know, you can also gotta like, you know, plan it out and whatnot. You know, but don't stress over about it. Like I said, like I'm not even, you know, I stream for y'all. Like I'm not streaming for the sake of streaming. You know, I'm streaming more so to like get more interaction with the people that I make videos for. Like, because I make videos. I had a couple of people that approached me before, like, oh man, what do you do to like get people to watch your streams? And I'm just sitting here like, dude, I don't know. Because it's like I'm not a fucking, I don't really follow, I'm not a big social media guy to begin with. So like a lot of stuff about social media, I don't like really care for. Like I don't follow a lot of like social media, like trends and shit like that. I never have. And like, you know, stream culture is like another thing. Like I don't know anything about stream culture or nothing like that. My knowledge of streaming is just, as far as I know, I pick a game, I'm playing video games. Like, I pick a game, I stream said game, and I get interaction with the people that I'm making videos for, because I'm a video making guy first and foremost. The streams are all secondary to, what I do, So it just depends. Like, if you want to just primarily stream, that's absolutely fine. And then I guess it just depends on, like, what you want to stream, or, how you want to launch your stuff. Holy shit, 40%, okay, 40% increase? Or 40-second increase, I mean. Come on, open the door! No, I gotta go all the way around. Oh, never mind, now you open the door. Boost! Oh my god, this game is so fucking sick, man. Oh my gosh, the only thing about this game that I would have changed is if they kept the if they kept the cell shaded style from 3. If they kept the cell shading like art style from 3 and just made this with Reborn, and just the same game, but it just has the cell shading art style. Can't get any more perfect than that. Can't get any more perfect than that. I'm just saying. Oh, we're fighting a low armor. Hold up. Probably should have put up. Amuro, get out the way! Amuro! What are you doing? Oh shit, okay. Wait, did we beat him up? Oh, I was going to say, we did not beat him that fast. Well, thank you, my man. I really appreciate that you feel that way. Like, man, like, look, I mean, like I was saying before, like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm just doing it because I want to. I'm doing it to, just mess around with editing and stuff like that, like how I used to doing film and, like, originally high school, college, and just I'm like the bajillionth guy that's decided to come on YouTube to talk about video games. Like what am I gonna add to the value? Like outside of my own experiences and just like my own like personality and whatnot. I haven't played the Gundam Warriors games in a long time. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know why we never did. It would have been good if at least this game got ported to PS4. If Reborn ever had a remaster, a PS4 remaster at the time, that would have been so dope. Would have been so cool. But again, I do hope. Maybe at somewhere down the line, that Koei Tecmo and Omega Force maybe revisits the Gundam series again. Especially at the point when they stopped, like we have a lot more like Gundams that they can cover and add now. So it'd be really cool to it'd be really cool to see them tackle the Gundam franchise again. Dude, I'm still mad I fucking accidentally combined my rank A with the rank E part. Like, damn, I did not mean to do that when I did, but it's fine. Yeah, damn it. It's all good. Alright, do I have any... Unfortunately, I don't have enough parts for the big limit breakers. Can for each of these. Yeah, I need that. I need the higher end materials. It's story mode. It's not like super difficult right now, so it's not like I need to worry about like having this stuff done. So how many suits do we have? We got the OG, we got Zakutu, the Zigak, the GM, Zakutu, the Goof, Dom, Big Zam. Are there any other OG suits? Probably, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh yeah, because we don't have like the official, like the final Char suit yet. Let me see. Alright, I think I'll make this. I'll make this one the last mission before I end it off tonight. And then, like I said, if I do decide to stream from the emulator again tomorrow, then I'll try to figure out the whole like audio clipping, because it really sucks that I wasn't able to have like the game audio turned on while I was playing this. Yeah, I definitely would have kept it on, but it's at the same time I also don't want y'all to like. Cause I'm telling you right now, if I switch it, if I were to switch it back on and you were to hear what this shit was sounding like when I started streaming, I'm like, oh yeah, nah, it sounds so bad. Like it's stuttering like by the second. Then the game was fine. Like the action playing like is fine. It's like the actual like just audio was fucking acting weird, but I don't know. Whoa! We got the big speed boost. Right, and to think, I have like so many other like story modes to complete. And that's not even mention leveling up all the other fucking individual suits by themselves. I'll tell you, that's the one thing about playing a Musou game from the start. It's like, if you're at least trying to level up like a good amount of the, you know, stuff that's in the game, it's gonna take a little bit. Please tell me that's a speed boost. Nope. I'll take that. Sure, I should have upgraded my damn thruster gauge. What the heck was that? Oh, another speed. Oh, I appreciate that because I gotta get across from here. I forgot how these cutscenes were. It's not the craziest thing out there. I mean, but for the time, it were pretty decent. Damn it, fuck. Now I gotta go back and watch OG Gundam. Amuro, go do it, go destroy her. Come on, man. While I can live. It's crazy because you both were in love with the same girl. Damn, no one's protected. Nothing to defend? That's crazy. I mean, it's not even this. It's not even like this is when the rivalry stops because we got like what we got. Char's counterattack. There's Char's counter. I forgot what it was. It's OG Gundam, then Char's counterattack, and then what's after Char's counterattack? Maybe I'm because or is Char's counterattack the last one? I might be misremembering the ones because I'm trying to remember which one had New Gundam, and then the other one had Haidu. And then it's funny because then we get I think it's Zeta or Double Zeta. It's one of those that where Char is like now he's like he goes under a completely different name, but he's like a whole oh my god. He goes under a completely different name, but he's more of a protagonist now. Or you know, in a good guy role. Oh my god, Lala, chill! Go. Yeah, there goes the big boy. Come here, red comet. Oh, you didn't know? I'm a new type 2, dude. Come here. Sure. Maybe it's time for me to go back and do a rewatch on OG Gundam. Funnily enough, I was actually rewatching Wing some time ago. And I don't think I actually ever finished that rewatch. This is not the music to be. For sex. Oh jeez. Alright, alrighty. Alright, my friends. I am going to oh yeah, Quattro. Pretty sure that's Zeta. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, I gotta sharpen myself up on the Gundam stuff. It's so hard, bro, because it's like even with like it's like the AC. What is it? It's the what was the terminology for it again? It was the it's like the original universe. And I don't know. I forget what terminology they used for like all the alternate universe stuff. I don't think it was uniform. Narrative and Pathways Flash? I'm not sure. I don't think it's those two. Jump back into Super Robot Wars. You can run with lyrics, but shows got like that happening. Man, oh yeah, dude, that's another thing. I will say before I get out of here, that's another thing I gotta go back and play. Not Super Robot Wars, but Gundam, SD Gundam G Generation Cross Race. I have that game. I bought that game like a few years ago now at this point. Tried to play it on hard mode. I haven't gone back to play it since I bought it those years ago. But I definitely wanted to make a video on that game at some point. I thought I was going to stream that game originally at that time too. Hell no. Hell no. That's too much. That's too much. It's too much. Yeah, because those missions, like those strategy RPG games. Those missions take at least like 40 minutes to an hour. It's a lot. But the visuals of that game are so cool. It really is. So, that's another game I'll probably try to like go back to and actually play this year. And actually make a video. And then that way I can kind of have like a little trilogy of like Gundam games within like these more recent Gundam games between SD Gundam Battle Alliance, I did that. Gundam Breaker 4, I did that. And then I could talk about the G Generations Cross Race. And I guess that could be like my trifecta of like the modern Gundam games or whatever. So I definitely gotta go back and play that. Or I'll try. I'll try this year to go back and play that. Uh, yeah, so I'll probably do that before I even try to hop into Super Robot Wars because I know what kind of games those are. Super Robot Wars is something that I always thought was so awesome and cool, but it's rough because I usually prefer turn-based RPGs before like the strategy ones. But who knows? We'll give it a try. But yeah, I did say that I was going to end it off. So I'm going to go ahead and end it off. For now, like I said, I will think about tomorrow if I stream tomorrow. Maybe I will. Um, and if I do stream tomorrow, maybe it'll be something a bit more on the casual side. Um, like I said, guys, try to interact with me more on the community section of the channel because um that is where I will try to like put posts up as far as like updates or even just like fun stuff. Like I'll try to ask you guys questions, either whether it's just like a fun question pertaining like to a game or something. I'll ask you guys about like games you're playing, or maybe if like what do you want to see me play. I usually try to let you guys know. If I'm streaming, then I'll put up like a community post saying like, "Hey guys, I'm streaming," or maybe I will stream at this time, at this hour, or whatever. So do try to keep up with the community post a little more on there. Again, like I said, if you like what I do, keep watching. And please, like, feel free to share the videos around to like any parts of Like if you guys are on social media like that, like I said, I'm not forcing y'all to do anything that you don't want to do. You know, so like if you don't mind, if you like, please, like definitely appreciate sharing the videos to other stuff to get it out to other people. Um, and like I said, I did try. I want to try to like play stuff with subscribers. Like I want to host maybe like a Yu-Gi-Oh night or a Pokemon Showdown night or something. I don't know. Just like fun, cool stuff I could do with like subscribers, um, or something. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, but like I said, I will let y'all know. Uh, if I'm streaming tomorrow. If I don't stream, then that's probably because like by the time I get around to doing it, I might feel a little tired, and I might not feel up to it. Um, maybe like I said, maybe I'll still do it just because I don't have to worry about working the next day, so I could do that. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna head out. Like I said, I appreciate you. I appreciate the people that came in and had some cool chats with me. Like I said, I appreciate you guys just bothering to check out little old me just playing and talking video games and just chilling out, having a good time. But yeah, guys. With all of that being said, so this is the Space Cowboy. I hope you guys have a good night.